Hello team. We're now going to talk about hybrid clouds and multi-cloud deployments. So a hybrid cloud is when an organization uses public clouds for some of its services and private cloud for others. And the balance between how much stays on the public cloud and how much stays on the private cloud depends on the needs of that organization and cost. Using a hybrid cloud allows the organization to combine the advantages of both. So the organization can get control in the private cloud and it can achieve scalability in the public cloud. So one of the advantages of using a private cloud is that some organizations must comply with regulations, for example, control access to data. Examples include classified government information or medical records. These regulations can be enforced in a private cloud because the company can control access to the building and where the servers are located and where the data is stored. And an organization can use the public cloud for scalability. So an organization can run most of its computation locally in its private cloud, but use public cloud resources when demand increases. For example, if the peak business season arrives, let's say Black Friday for an e-commerce company, then it can rent out resources in the public cloud to absorb the increase in demand. This is okay, but requires some overhead and management from the company's point of view. For example, the IT team will need to learn how to manage two deployments, one in the public cloud and one in the private cloud, and integrating the company's application in the public cloud might also require some code changes. And the multi-cloud deployment happens when a company uses multiple public cloud providers. One advantage of this is to avoid vendor lock-in. So if you use two clouds, you can't be tied to any single cloud. And there are two approaches to multi-cloud deployments. One is to run different applications on different cloud providers. So application A runs on cloud provider A and application B runs on cloud provider B. So this is one approach. For example, an organization can map different business units to different public clouds. Another approach is for the company to run all of its applications on all cloud providers that it uses. And this ensures that its application is compatible with both clouds or multiple clouds and avoids vendor lock-in. One challenge of using multi-cloud is that moving data takes time and incurs costs, moving data between the clouds. And if the cloud offerings differ, say if the set of functionalities on different cloud providers are different and your application depends on these functionalities, you might need to adapt your application so that it runs on both clouds. This graph is from the Flexera State of the Cloud report. I've shown it on a previous slide, just bringing it back here to show that these hybrid deployments, hybrid clouds are very common. So 78% of the surveyed organizations use a hybrid deployment and only 2% rely only on private clouds. And multi-cloud deployments are also very common. So here we see that 92% of the surveyed organizations have a multi-cloud deployment.